Slavery is now illegal everywhere in the world. It's universally condemned, yet it's still happening. The way that it's happening is because it's falling in between the cracks. Traffickers are misrepresenting themselves and lying and operating through front businesses and shell companies. It's figured out a way to exist in the shadows and exists in those places where no one's looking or no one's shining a spotlight to reveal that it's happening there. That's one of the things that we need to be doing. Polaris has been through a really fascinating journey. Our early efforts back in 2002, there's a lot of movement building and awareness raising.
What we'd like to talk about is a paradigm shift in the fight against trafficking.
No one really has their eyes on what's happening to this one domestic worker who's isolated at home and being abused by this wealthy couple. Guys who've been pressed into slavery on fishing boats, maybe off the coast of Southeast Asia, for years. And so Polaris began thinking about what is the biggest, largest, most ambitious thing with the most possible surface area to get all those human experiences channeling into one place. And the conclusion that we came up with was partnering with the US government on the National Human Trafficking Hotline, where anyone in the country can signal with a phone call or with a text message or with an email, I think I encountered something. Started publicizing the number all across the country. The US government puts the number out. Lots of nonprofit groups put the number out. Law enforcement puts the number on their materials. Lots of states publicize the number in truck stops and rest stops and airports. It's on billboards, it's on radio shows, it's on hotel bars of soap.
National Human Trafficking Resource Center.
We're beginning to amass all of those calls.
Why don't you tell me what's
from
going
survivors, from community members, from truckers, from hotel workers, from hospital workers, from all these different folks, and they're funneling through Polaris.
Are you safe right now? How long do you think you have to talk?
And in order to do that well, we actually have to be able to connect people with resources in their community who could actually deliver a response locally on the ground. So part of building the hotline was building this massive referral network of thousands of nonprofits and thousands of law enforcement to say, we could actually be a conduit to put you in touch with that shelter in Miami or that rape crisis center in Kentucky.
I'm gonna look up some referrals for you now.
Polaris has been able to get down to the nitty-gritty of what different types of trafficking exist. What do they look like? How do they operate? What is the business model? Who are the traffickers? Who are the victims? How are they being recruited?
So much data and intelligence is flowing through this hotline, and then we began to realize that can inform a typology. So for the first time, we're able to say these are the major 25 types of trafficking, and that can ultimately inform these end state fights and campaigns and interventions to go after trafficking type by type, country by country around the world.
We have been trained by Polaris in data analysis and how to process every single aspect of the call that we have received in order to identify clearly how we can fight this type of crime.
Is anyone monitoring your calls? What would happen if you left?
On a daily basis, we're helping people that need to have their labor rights and protections restored. We're helping people that are being exploited by a broken immigration system. We're helping people who have been on a continuum of exploitation and violence through their lifespan.
The furthest definition of the world we're working to create is, for the first time in human history, we can really say there's no more slavery on the planet. And that's our fullest manifestation of our mission.